In this video we will be examining the emotional spiral chart level 6. This is a multi-level series brought to you by Insight and Senses. I hope you have been following along with this series as we delve into the journey of raising one's vibration through the examination of various emotions. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So glad you're here. Now let us begin level 6. In level 6 we will be examining the emotions of heartache, rejection, impatience and worry. We will start this level with heartache. What is heartache? Heartache is defined as sorrow, grief and mental anguish. It refers to anguish of mind and can encompass feelings of suffering, pain and distress. Essentially, heartache describes the emotional pain associated with loss or disappointment. Going through heartache of any kind is no easy feat. These feelings of grief and loss can come with breakups, deaths, and even huge life transitions can leave us feeling defeated and ultimately heartbroken. When we hear heartache, our mind probably jumps to romantic relationships. But as anyone who's ever lost a family member knows, heartache does not have to be romantic. Losses of any kind can elicit many of the same emotions, even physical pains associated with breakups. When we feel emotionally close to someone, especially if we're partnered with them for a significant amount of time, we feel validated by them. We consider them our future and part of our sense of self, which comes from how we relate to the other person. When the relationship ends, a safety net disappears, which can be extremely disorienting, as the future you'd imagined and your sense of self through that person is gone. How to deal with heartache. Tips and how to get through it. Whether you've lost a loved one or are dealing with a devastating breakup, heartache is really tough. But remember, it isn't forever. While it takes time and patience to come out on the other side, you'll have learned something about yourself, grown as a person and bolstered your own resilience. 1. Grief. Allow yourself time to grieve. 2. Give yourself grace, treat yourself like your own best friend. 3. Lean on support from friends and family. 4. Foster healthy habits, eat well with nutritious food, exercise regularly, sleep properly. 5. Validate your emotions, it's okay to be sad. 6. Avoid impulsivity, avoid reactions and urges out of pain and hurt. 7. Write it out, self-journaling helps to make sense of your thoughts and emotions. 8. Avoid jumping back into the dating scene, process the grief first rather than fill the emptiness. Show yourself empathy and compassion. Be kind to yourself. You will get through this. Now we will review rejection. What makes us feel rejected? 1. Criticism. 2. Betrayal. 3. Active disassociation, for example, a romantic breakup. 4. Passive disassociation, not being included. 5. Being unappreciated. 6. Being teased. How do we handle rejection? 5 strategies to consider. 1. Acknowledge your feelings. It is important to grieve and acknowledge your feelings. 2. Build resiliency, focus on acceptance by determining who opinions matter most to you. 3. Practice self-compassion. Remember, rejection is a universal experience. Everybody faces it. 4. Seek support. Talk to someone you trust to alleviate painful feelings. 5. Manage your response. Learn healthy ways to cope with rejection. Here are 5 things to keep in mind when feeling rejected. 1. Know it's not personal. Sometimes we can take it that way, but other factors may be involved. 2. It's not you, it's your fears. It can sometimes bring us back to our fears of being rejected as a child. 3. It's not the first time you've been rejected. Remind yourself that you have already gotten through previous rejections and survived. 4. It's not one door that closes, but thousands that just opened. Realize there are more opportunities you haven't yet imagined. 5. You have as much right to reject others as they have rejected you. It's not a one-way street, and you can convey this to others. Remind yourself, you're strong. Now repeat, I will survive. Now let's take this time to review impatience. Impatience is defined as the inability or unwillingness to wait or tolerate delay. It manifests as a state of restlessness, irritability, or frustration when faced with obstacles or circumstances that hinder immediate desires. In essence, Impatience reflects lack of patience, which can lead to feelings of annoyance or dissatisfaction. Here are the traits, causes and consequences of impatience. Traits: having to wait. Fidgety, tapping feet, swaying back and forth, finger drumming. Impulsive, when antsy, making hasty decisions. Line dancing, seeing which checkout lane is faster. The conversation interrupter, not waiting for others to finish their sentences. Causes: 1. Stress and anxiety. Impatience accelerator. 2. Personality traits. Predisposition, hardwired DNA. 3. Natural chemicals. Neurotransmitters. Serotonin and dopamine levels are unbalanced. 4. Nature versus nurture. Learned. Behavior. 5. Cultural norms, societies. Fast-paced and demanding. Consequences: ruining relationships. Career calamities. Health hazards, heart and blood pressure issues. Quality of life. If always rushing, where's the joy in life? Risky slip-ups. Making life errors that may be detrimental in our lives, physically, mentally, or socially. 5 tips in dealing with impatience. 1. Practice mindfulness. 2. Rethink thoughts. 3. Plan ahead. 4. Slow down. 5. Practice empathy. Think of others before yourself. Repeat, I am compassionate. Now let's do this together. In our last segment of Level 6 of this series, we will discuss worry. Worry is the mental distress or agitation resulting from anxiety. It usually comes from a place of anticipatory terror or fear coming from a present threat. Without more understanding of the situation, worry becomes a concern. The recognition of a future outcome that could be troubling or a detrimental outcome with or without substance. Patterns of worry. All worry follows the same pattern, asking the question, will it occur in the future? We cannot know the outcome at this present time. When worrying is repetitive and does not help the person solve a problem, thus, does not reach an endpoint that allows the person to move on. Focusing only on negative thoughts without taking action to solve the problem can lead to stress. Health issues that can be associated with stress are as follows: irritability, difficulty sleeping, palpitations, sweating, feeling on edge. 8 steps to overcoming worry are: 1. Schedule your worry time and set aside dedicated time to process worries. 2. Practice mindfulness. 3. Try a body scan to release tension. 4. Practice gratitude to counterbalance worry. 5. Limit exposure to stressors. 6. Share worries with someone you trust. 7. Set realistic expectations for yourself. 8. Accept what you can't control. Be at peace. It's time to be happy. Now that we have come to the end of Level 6, here are the tips and techniques you may consider. Here are the presentation slides for Level 6 if you wish to review. You can pause at any time to read through. Thank you for joining me on level 6. I hope you have enjoyed this journey so far. Like, share, and subscribe if you would like more video content like this one. Look forward to seeing in the next one. Bye for now.